Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to work on some pages for our March journal. Now, when I'm doing a floating spine, I like to do my pages up first and then put them in later. So I've got my cover done basically. I'm going to put a clear pocket here and maybe a clear pocket here, but basically my cover is finished. So I'm going to work on some pages to go in there, and the reason I like to work on my pages is because you actually attach your pages to another piece of cloth before you put it in your journal. So you don't actually stitch these into your journal cover into here like we normally would. You have another piece of cloth that you attach these to, and we'll go over that very, very soon. If you don't want to wait and you want to go ahead and put your pages in your journal, then there's lots of videos out there on different ways to put your pages in your journal. Floating spine, just look that up. But I'm going to work on pages first. So I need to cut my pages down. Now this is the size of my pages. This is the one we did for the challenge on Monday. So I'm just going to kind of mark. I've got a little bitty mark there. And mark my pages, and then I'm going to cut these down so that they will, that one won't need it. So I'll cut these down so that I'll have them ready to go. And I'm going to decorate a few of them. I want to make some different things on them. Isn't that pretty? So I'll just show you my process. I had quite a few questions. I won't say a lot. I had a few questions of people, new people, asking what is a signature. A signature is like this. It's just a group of pages or group of sheets that you would insert together like this when you get ready to put them in. Let's say we wanted to do that. That is a signature. If that's all you wanted to put in, that's your signature. So it's ever how many you want to add. I usually put about maybe 10 pages to a signature, something like that, depending on how much I decorate them up. So let's go ahead and cut these off. I'm going to pull these back apart so I can cut them off hopefully pretty even. So how are you guys today? Hope everybody is well. I hope you're getting some therapy done. This is therapy, isn't it? This is my therapy. Alright, let's see if I can get all those under there. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh! Whack those all at once, I hope. Now that I save and I put it in my little zip pouch over there, and that's good to stamp on. And that looks pretty straight. Looks like I might need to do a little trim right there, but that's not that important. They don't have to be perfect. Nothing we do is perfect, so. Okay. Now, on this page, what I want to do, I think, is I want to go ahead and make this into a pocket page. Now, this is just one of my tea-dyed papers. Well, I call it tea-dyed. This is not tea-dyed. This is ink-dyed. I don't use tea or coffee. I use inks. So this is one of my ink-dyed papers. And let's see. What are we going to do to make it into a page pocket? We could do lots of different things. I think I want to use some of my scraps I have over here. And I won't call this a scrap. This is not a scrap. It's a nice page, but it's where I've torn off a little bit of the top. And I think I'll go ahead and cut off a little of the bottom here and then make this into a little pocket. And I'm just going to use my tear ruler. We'll tear it this way first to see where we need to tear. Right down through there, looks like. So, you know, before we put the pages in and then we went through and did some decorating and that kind of thing. And this time we're going to do it a little bit opposite. And that's just because I like to have my pages not necessarily complete. They don't have to be complete. but I like to have them started anyway. And sometimes it's easier to work on your pages before you put them in your journal than it is to work on them afterwards. So let's see. I'm going to have to cut off the top of that little quote there, but that'll be all right. Because I need to get it straight. In order to get it straight, I needed to cut that off. Okay. I think I'm going to put that like that. And that will be a nice pocket. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ink around this, and I'm just thinking as I'm going, because I didn't have a plan when I turned the camera on. I knew I wanted to decorate some pages, but sometimes I have to sit and think about them. So if I have to sit and think a minute, then I'll just cut that part out. Yeah, I'll edit that part out. But sometimes I have to sit and just kind of think a minute or two as to what I want to do. Okay, I'm just distressing it up a little bit. All right, and I'm going to put that down right there like that. Okay, I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to stitch right down through here, across here, and up here. Now, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue to hold it so that I don't have to sit and hold it so tightly. And I'll probably wait and let the glue dry a little bit before I put this in my sewing machine. And I promised a couple of people that I would do some stitching on camera. And I am going to do that. It may have to be after we get our remodeling done, because they've moved so many things around right now. I couldn't get my sewing machine up on here if I wanted to. But as soon as we get our remodeling done and kind of get everything back to somewhat near normal as we can be, then I will have better access to my sewing machine. And I'll be able to do some stitching for you guys on camera. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then all I'll do is I'll stitch down through here and then across the bottom. Now, I want to leave that one aside, and then I'm going to go to this one. And what I'm going to do on this one is I want to make this into a full pocket page. So what I'm going to do is open that up, and then I'm going to take just one of these, and let's see, I'm just thinking as to how I want to put this together. Yeah. All right, I'm laying two of these back to back just like that. And I'm going to glue down through here, across here, and then up here. And then I'll stitch the same. And then we'll put a pull right here. And this will be a full pocket page. And then you'll still have this and that. Like that. But then this one's going to be a full pocket page. And it'll come clearer once I get this glued together. I'll show you. Let's see. If you can drive your glue straight, raise your hand. I can't drive it straight. Okay. And that could either flip that way or that way. But I think I'll flip it this way. And then I'm just going to reinforce here. Making sure that that is as straight as it can be. So then, if let's say I put this in here, there would be a pocket there, then flip, there's a page, flip, there's another page, flip, and then this one is another page, but it's a full pocket page. So let's put a little pull on it up here at the top. And I do a double pull just so you can see it from the front and the back. Let me see where my center is. About right there. Okay. So that's the way it would be, like that. And then you could put big items down in there, or a big tag, or just tuck some things in there that you want to use in your journal later. So that's what that one is going to be. So, okay. Now, I'll decorate these in a minute, but right now I want to make up some and then come back and do some decorating. So on this one, what we want to do is, and let me grab another piece down here. Go ahead and cut it off. I'm just showing you lots of different ways that you can do your pages other than just the plain normal putting a page in there. Okay, I'm just gonna, I think I'll tear this off with my ruler. Okay. All right, there we go, we've got those. Now on this one, what I want to do is, I think I want to put this one together like that, but on this page, I want to make it a side tuck. So you can do it a couple of different ways. You can fold it back like this, have your side tuck, or you can just tear it off and use this for something else. So let me decide which one I want to do. I think I'm just going to fold it back, just because this is not a real thick paper, and it'll just help reinforce it. So we're just going to fold that back like that, and then I'll glue this part down. Now you can do another thing. You can fold it back like this again. I'll show you. I'm going to do that and then we'll see. You can fold it back like that again, and you have a tuck here, and then you have a tuck here. So we might do that on this one. So let's glue this part down. Now again, I'm going to stitch most of these, so I'm just putting a little amount of glue, but if you want to make sure that they all stick together well and you're not going to sew them, then just put lots of glue on there. Okay, so there is that. And then what we want to do with this, and I'm making all of mine over here because I'm right-handed. You could also do it this way. It's just, that's my go-to. All right, and now all you want to do to this is you want to put a little bit of glue right here, a little bit of glue right here, and then you've got a pocket there and a pocket there. Then you want to make sure that these are put together well, and then you want to put a little bit of glue right here. And a little right there, and I go ahead and run a little bit down this spine part just until I get it put. This just holds it until I can get it put in my book or my journal. And then, as I said, I stitch, so that just kind of holds it in place until I get my stitching done. And then I just go ahead and run my bowling folder down through there. So there you go. Now you have a tuck here and a little tuck here. So if I stitch this in my signature, it would stitch in like this right there. And then I have a page, and then a pocket, and a pocket, and then a back page. So, all right, that's that one. Now let's do at least one more and then we'll decorate. All right, I'm going to use one of these pages, and this is from Hello Susan. This goes well with our album cover, but the inside's white because it was printed like that. And I don't want that white, and I don't want to wait and collage it when I start putting my journal together. So we're going to cut this little piece of paper. I cut it just a little, about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, or a little bit more, smaller than that one. And I just tore it with my decal ruler. And we're going to glue this sheet down, but we're only going to glue it down through here, here, and here. We're going to leave this open. The same thing over here. Then you'll have a tuck pocket here and a tuck pocket here. But first, I'm going to put it together like this. I'm going to use my brand new punch that Molly sent me. And I'm going to punch out. Oh, that punch is so smooth. I know I say that every time, but it does. I'm going to punch out just a little pull there for both sides, and that's the way we're going to put that. But I'm going to ink around this just so it kind of defines it a little bit more. Now I need to open it up, and I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to ink that too. That way I'm getting both sides inked up. You don't have to have the bottom side inked. But you know me, I put more ink than less. And I love the way that ink looks on these decal edges. Just pretty to me. Alright, so that's where we're going to put it down like that. Now I'm just going to make sure that I've got my spines together. The two spines there. Make sure that they're even. And then while I've got that held there, I'm just going to glue that spine down. That's just going to hold it in place so I can make sure that I put my pockets down right. Okay, so glue that down through there. That holds that. And then I will stitch around this probably, let's see, yeah, maybe. You don't have to. That's not a necessity. But I'm going to do a little bit more stitching in this one, this journal. So glue in right there and put that down. And see, this takes care of that inside white edge or white part here. You don't have to worry about it being white and having to wonder what you're going to put on it or how you're going to cover it. Just make a pocket out of it. Okay. Alright, there is that glued down. Now we have a pocket here and a pocket here. And then you could also go ahead and put another little pocket down here if you wanted to. As a matter of fact, let's put a little vellum pocket down there. I think I have some vellum right here somewhere in my basket. Yeah, right there. And we'll just do a little vellum pocket. Not going to be able to go all the way across with that sheet, but we can tear it there, there. Okay. And then, whoops. Let's tear this. Okay, we'll put that one right there and then tear another one for over here. That looks really crooked. It is a little bit crooked. Let me use my grid to tear this. All else fails, put it on your grid so that you tear a little bit better than I did. Alright. Now your vellum looks really good inked around, as you know. Whoops. I need to put my little pull in there before I do too much inking. That one. Okay. That is a sharp punch. I'm sorry to keep saying that, but my other ones are not near that sharp. I guess it's because I've used them forever and a day, huh? I've got to get a new pad on here. I've about worn this one out. I go through about one a month of these little pads for this because I use them so much. And I use them on the edges so it tears into them. Alright. Gonna put that there. Okay. Now, someone asked, did this Bearly Arts glue show through your vellum? Okay, I'm using it on my vellum right now. You press it down, it doesn't show. So I've used it on quite a bit of vellum and I've not seen it through yet. And it doesn't pucker the vellum. You know, some of the glue, as a matter of fact, the art glitter glue does even. It'll pucker the vellum up for a while. This, I've not noticed doing that, and I've used it on lots. Just make sure that you press it into the paper. And I haven't had a problem with it yet. Okay. So there is that. Now keep in mind that this is going to be in two different places, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Go ahead and reinforce that spine there. So let's say we put this with this. Put this in here. Then we might put this one in here. And we might put this one in here. Just giving you some examples. So there would be a page there. Page there. Then you'd have that side, pocket, pocket. Then that one, then see how you flip over and you go all the way through here, and then this one is back here. So they're not going to be right together. So don't worry about, oh, I don't want two pages right together. They're not going to be. By the time you put all this together, they're not going to be one right on top of the other. All right, the other embellishing on these pages, this one especially, I'll wait and do after I get them put in my cover. But we can do some embellishing on these. Now, let's see. I think I want... Trying to figure out which one I want to be my front cover. Don't want to see that one first. I think I want to see this one first in the front cover. So what I'm going to do is put my little calendar on here, because I don't want it on the inside cover this time. I want it on my first page. So I'm going to put it, ooh, let's see, I need to cut that first. Okay, then we can cut it straight. Okay. Now these calendars are free printable if you are a member or if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel. You can go over to the blog link below and download these for free. We just ask that you do subscribe. Alright, so that's going to go there. And I think I want to put a little something behind it. I don't think I want it just like that, but I don't want to put any other paper behind it. So I think what we're going to do is, let me grab a stencil. Stencil, did I say that with a nasal? Stencil. My head is a little bit stopped up this morning because of our change of weather. All right, sorry about the crinkling. I'm looking through all my stencils. I may just use this and just stencil through a little bit on that one. This is another wildflower, and I'm not real sure where this one's from. I know I can give you the number if you want to look it up. It's TCW433OS. What is TCW? I forgot. TCW is the Crafter's Workshop. That's what it is, the Crafter's Workshop. So I'm just going to ink through this a little bit. I'm just using my little brush, some of my ink. And I just want a faint color on here. If you want it darker, of course you can go darker. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love to do this. Now, you e-club members, don't forget, you have some stencils that have come in your kits and inks, so you can do this. Just gives it a little bit of color and puts a little bit of decoration on the background so it's not completely stark white. And you could do it in different colors if you want. Let's see, I think I'll put just a little bit right here. A little bit. And to me, these little brushes do a lot better than the other tools that we have. The blending tools. I think these brushes do better because you can kind of brush through there. I'll make this one a little bit darker. There we go. Then, and that washes right off of your stencil. You don't have to worry about that. Then we'll put that there. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Now I'm just gonna, this is on just regular copy paper. I'm gonna ink around this. And then I'll probably just glue it straight down. I don't think I'm gonna put anything behind it. We'll see. I'm thinking as I'm inking. Let's see, do I want to put anything behind it? I don't know. Let me look and see what I have right here at my fingertips. If I don't have anything that I want to put behind it, then I might not. I don't mind that behind it. It's got that blue in it that is. Let's just do that. All right, I'm going to tear this piece a little bit. I'm going to tear it right there. Let's see if we can put this behind it. So let's see if I can tear it somewhat near straight. Oops. I might have let it slide. Okay, this one looks like it's a little crooked, so I'm going to go over that again. Just a tiny bit. Oops. There we go. Maybe that works. We're not going to worry about perfect. Yeah, that's going to show just a little bit of that blue, and it's going to make this a little bit stiffer. That's all right. I had a dirty finger right there. That's all right. Not a problem. Okay. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue just the sides, the bottom, and here down, and let that be another pocket. So I'll drop it a little bit further down the page than we normally would. And there we go. So we have a pocket here, our calendar, a page we can put something on, a page, and a big pocket. The rest of that can be decorated when we go to put that in the journal. And then here I had some little pieces that I wanted to put on there. That right there that I tore off of that other page is going to fit perfect. So I stuck this down right here, and all that's going to do is reinforce this pocket. And then I have just got a little piece here, and this is from the Hello Susan digital. And then this is a little pocket tag from a book page that one of you guys sent me. I'm just going to tuck that in there. And then remember, you've got another little pocket right here. So you've got a pocket on this side and a pocket on that side. So you could tuck some little tags or something in here like that. I probably won't tuck any in right now until I start putting my pages in my journal. On this side, I used another piece of the Hello Susan paper. This was just a little cutout, and I made a belly band. And then this is one of the large tags from that same collection, and I just slid that under there. But this is a little bit loose for that tag, so I may go ahead and make just a little bitty book to put under there instead of that tag. And then that's probably all I'm going to do to that set of pages until I get them in my journal and decide what all I want to work on. Now this one is the one that we did for the challenge on Monday. So that will be, I'm probably going to put this one as, I don't know if I'll put this one as the first page or if I'll put it on in the journal. I don't know. We'll decide later. So that is 2 sets of pages. Now on this inside, this is just plain paper. So you might want to cover it with something. And you can do just like we did that one earlier, where you just take another piece of paper, either a tea dyed, or you can use, or in my case, ink dyed, or you can just use a piece of music page or book page and glue that down in there. You can make it a pocket, or you can just glue it down to cover that inside so that you don't have just a blank page. So you could do that, and then when you open that up, you've got that instead of just that blank white page that you need to fill anyway. Because if you're like me, you're going to cover them anyway, so why not cover them now before you put them in your journal? And then you can either make pockets out of these. You could even fold this up and make a little tuck that way, or you could have the pocket up here like we did, or the pocket here. So that's just another idea on that one. And then on this one, we have the pockets here, so we'll make tags for that. That one would probably slide in there well. Yep. And then I did some little vellum pockets down here at the bottom. And that's the front on that. This is the Hello Susan collection as well. I know you guys think that's the only one I ever used, but I promise you it's not. And then this one. This is just one of my ink dyed papers. And then I just used a little scrap piece to put on the front of that. Now, a lot of these I'm going to stitch around, but you don't have to do that. That's not something that you need to do. It's just I like the look of it, so I'll probably do some stitching. Now, on this one, I glued this down, and I glued it on top of that little piece of paper, and I left it as a pocket. This is just the insert to those little vellum stickers that I got off of Amazon, and I'll link those below. And I think that is pretty, that flower on the front, so I don't even think I'm going to cover that. I'm just going to cover the back, and I'll slide that in as a pocket. So let's go ahead and cut the corners, because that actually matches those flowers on there, so why throw it away? There we go. So then we'll cover the back with something. What do we want to use? Let's just use a piece of this. This is what we started using yesterday, and I decided that it wasn't working well, so we'll just use that. Let me find my glue page. And you can still write on this. There's still lots of room to write. It doesn't have to be completely blank to write on. You can even write over book pages. It works fine. Then we'll just trim this out, and I'll probably stitch around it to give it a little bit more of a finished look, and then I'll ink around it. This is just some of that newsprint paper that I told you I got off of Amazon. And again, I'll link this below. It's not a thick paper. It is like what they print newspaper on. But it's good to use on occasion like this, just to back something. Because when you put a backing on something, it doesn't have to be thick. So there is the inking, and then let's see if we've got one of our whale tail punches that would look good on there. That one might. Yeah, I like that one. These are printed on thick cardstock, so I'm going to smush them down. And I always ink mine front and back. And then I put this on before I stitch. You can do it either way that you want, but I always put this on before I stitch, and then I just stitch across the top of it, and that way it covers. You know, if I don't get glue in every spot, then it makes sure that it's on there to stay. It holds it. There we go. Like that. Well, you know what? I was going to put that side on the front. Let's just turn it around. That side looks better on the front, I think. That's the good part about this Barely Arts glue, and I know people are still asking me, well, does it work as well as the art glitter glue? Yes, it works as well, and if not, a little bit better. And I'm not saying that just to sell it, but I've been using it for over a month. I've already used a whole bottle, and then I've refilled this, and it gives you just a little bit of time to remove something, whereas art glitter glue, when you put it down, it's usually there. You can't move it. But this gives you just a little bit of time, not much, but if you pull it just like I did, pull it real quick, it'll come off. And this is a slick surface, and it's sticking to that slick surface with no problem. So you can see now it will not come off. So it's just a second or two that it gives you. So we're going to insert that down in there. I like the looks of that. So that's going to be our front page right there. And I used the one that had the black. I told Melina that I used the wrong one. I printed, you know, I gave you guys the one that I had changed the color from black to that tan. And I ended up using the black. But you can use the tan on yours and then it'll match everything. I'm not going to change mine right now. I could go ahead and put the other one on top, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's not a big deal. Okay, now this is the page that we glued together. So we have that big pocket down in there. And then what I thought I would do is I have this little piece left. And I thought I would put just a belly band this way across each one of these pages. So I'm just going to fold it and ink it up. So you can run a belly band horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter. Run it either way that you want. You can still tuck things under it. And if you're worried about running it this way and things sliding through, then just put a little stop down here. Either a little, you know, just like a little butterfly or something that would stop anything that you put there. So put a little stop at the bottom. and then it won't fall through. Okay, let's see if there's up or down. I don't think there is. And I'm going to glue right in the middle first. So I'm going to put my glue right here. Put that right down on that fold. Right there. Make sure that I've got it in the middle. And then I'll go out to the ends and glue the ends. So glue that one. And that one. And then fold it up and smush it real good, and that way you can make sure that it is, all your belly band is the right size, or the size that you need it to be on there. Because see, I'm going to have to trim this one off just a little bit on this side. And I'll put a little bit more glue under it since I trimmed a lot of my glue off. So there is that belly band. Now, what I was telling you, if you're afraid that your tag is going to just slide through out of your book, then all you need to do is just take a little, let's just say this. I would take something a little bit smaller than that and put it down at the bottom and just glue the bottom part. Leave this top part unglued, and then when you slide that in there, you have to turn it up a little bit. Slide that in there like that, and then it's going to have a stop to where it'll keep it from falling out. So let's see, I'm going to try this. Do I want to leave that tag there? I might leave that tag there. So let's find something that's a little bit smaller than that. I don't want to use that one. Could even use a little tag like this. These little tags are from Tina. Shabby Dabby Doo. No, they're not. I take that back. They're from Tracy Fox. And she has Love Junk Journals on Etsy. And you can use one of these little tags at the bottom. These are a little bit thicker too. Needs to be something more than just copy paper thickness. So just glue the very bottom and then decide where you want your tag to stop. Glue that down. Now you need to wait just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and turn mine up a little. But I would wait until it dried. And then when you slide that tag in there, so you've got a little stop on it, and it's not going to slide out now. So that is what I would do. Now I would go ahead and cover this because this is not very thick. So I'd go ahead and put a backing on it, and that would make it a little bit thicker. And then you wouldn't have to guide it down to that stop. And you can do the same thing over here. Just use a little tag or a little label to put your stop on there. So let's put a little label or something on that. What do we want to use? Let's just put this one on. And I'm going to trim it down. These are also from Tracy Fox. And you can just type in Tracy Fox on Etsy and it'll pull her store up. Or you can type in Love Junk Journals and it'll pull her store up. Either one. And that's Tracie instead of Y. That right there. And I think these are her, I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like plant labels, plant definitions. There we go. So I think that's all I'll do to that page. I will put a little topper on that tag if I've got one that matches. And I may put a piece of lace if I don't have one that I like the looks of. That one will work. So I have been seeing lots of your entries for the March challenge. I think they're very, very good. You guys are doing great. Just don't forget to put that hashtag ES March challenge on there. If you forget that, then I won't be able to find them. If they get slid down in the group or something, I won't be able to find them because I don't have time to go searching for them. So, but if you put that on there, then I can just key that in and I can pull up all of them at one time and look at all of them. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do on that page. I don't know that I'll do anything on here until I get it in the journal, since we've already got that there. So we've got this one made, and see, we could put this in here. I'm not sure this is how they'll go, but, and then that one would go in there. I don't think I would put that one to that. I would put this one here. It's a little bit thinner. And then maybe that one like that. And that is almost, I need a few more pages and that will be enough for our signature. Let's see how many pages we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we need, I need 5 more pages or 4 more pages, front and back, to go in here. And I am going to use some book pages and some music pages. So I'll probably just insert those like that. And then I have this page, and this is off a new digital that someone sent me, and I will be telling you about it tomorrow and showing you her collections. She has a new store on Etsy, and she sent me a couple of sets of digitals that she wanted me to try out and look at, see what I thought, and I think they're very pretty. One of them's called Azalea, I think. Let me look. I got a note here. One of them is called Azalea Spring, and the other one is Aquilina, A-Q-U-A-L-I-N-A, Aquilina Dreams. And I think this is the Azalea Spring, so it's very pretty. But I'm going to show you all of it tomorrow. I'm not going to show you the whole thing today. I'm just going to use this page because I thought it went well with our theme that we got going. See there? So let's go ahead and put this in here. Now this is also a piece of avocado dyed paper that one of you guys sent me, and I'm going to use this right here and have it as 2 pockets. And I have marked my place that I need to glue. I just put a little ink on it so that it'll be easier to match up my glue spots like that. So just run your glue down through there, or if you're gonna stitch, you don't have to run your glue down through there. I'm just showing you for those who are not gonna stitch. I'm gonna stitch it, but I'll just wait till my glue dries and then I'll stitch. But you could just run your stitching right down through there and that would close that up. And now all we need to do is put some glue down through here and across the bottom and lay that down. So there is one pocket. Then we'll do the same over here. Like that. Now when I stitch, I probably will just stitch down through here and across the bottom. I don't want to, for my stitching to show on this side down through here. So I'm just going to stitch across the bottom and down the center like that. Then we can make tags to go in there. Now I cut some pieces that I thought looked good on here. I like that on there, and I like that on there. So I'm going to glue those down. And this is just some pieces out of my stash. I can't remember if this is off of one of our digitals or if I actually got this off of another person's digital. I'm not sure. I know this one is off of Susan's digital. but I don't know about the little postcard. I can't remember. But if you recognize it as one of yours, you're welcome to put that in the comments below. Okay. So I don't think I'll do any more to that page, because when I make my tags, I'll make them a little bit tall, and that'll cover up all that white on that page. So there's another. But look at this. Isn't that page pretty? This almost looks 3D, I think, that book page. I don't know exactly how she did that, but that's pretty. All right, so we could put this one in here. Where do we want it? I think we'll put it right here. Yeah. So there are 4 more pages. So really I just need 1 more sheet, and that'll give me 31 sheets, and that'll be enough for this month. And I can always do, if I need more writing space or places to put photos or whatever, I can always do a little tip out or a little flip up, something like that. You don't have to have a certain amount of sheets. You can always go back and add things later. Now, I wanted to use my little bird somewhere. Don't know where. Let's see. We may just put him right there. He looks pretty good above those azaleas, doesn't he? Or maybe over here. Let's do that. Then he looks like he's just got through sucking the nectar out of them, and now he's headed off. He's got his belly full. All right. All right, I will probably use a book page for my other page in here, I think. I might. Now, I also cut out a few of the Tim Holtz wildflowers, and I wanted to use just a few of these in some different places. Maybe that's a little bit too bright there. I didn't cut a lot, so I don't have a bunch of different colors. And I think I might put it right there. I don't mind that it's going to cover up a couple of my dates. That's not a problem. I really don't use this calendar for anything except just to glance at it anyway. So I may just put it right there. Let's see if this one looks better. Yeah, I kind of like that one better. So let's put that one down through there. And this kind of matches the wildflowers that we used the stencil with this morning and did that back part. Well, I said this morning, you just watched it a few minutes ago, but I did do it this morning. It's afternoon now. Let's try right here. We might put... See what a yellow one looks like. Oh, I don't mind that. That paper's got just a little bit of it. I know it's avocado dyed, but it looks like it's got a little bit of yellow in there. And even if it doesn't, I like this. Okay. Now, I will try to link these below. We don't carry these in our store, the dies, but this is it. And I'll try to find it on Amazon or somewhere and link it below. So if you want a set of them. That's about the only die that I use a lot, and that's that one. I use it a lot. Let's see. I may put one little bitty one right here. I may use this brown one over here. I kind of broke that brown one, but I think I can glue it back down the right way. Yeah, let's just put the brown one there. There you go. And that may be all. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave writing room there. I don't want to put anything else there. So that's probably going to be all. I'll just save these for later and use them on something else. My other page that I put in there probably. Right, now, if you put your signature together like this, and you have some pages that are a little bit offset like that, and that bothers you, go ahead and trim those off. I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. I'm probably just going to put mine in just like that. But if it bothers you, some people like to have everything out here even. So if it bothers you, just trim them off. Just put them in your trimmer and trim them off. But see, mine is still going to be inside the book, so it's not going to bother me. I don't care if they're all the same length or not. So that's going to go in our journal. And I'm going to put a little vellum pocket right here. I know. And I'll probably put a little one on the back. I don't want to cover this up, so I'm just going to use vellum. Our challenge. I'll have a new challenge for a new page. So we'll do that next week, and it may be a flip out or something like that. Since we're probably going to already have our signature put in, we may just do a different type flip out or a different type of insert of a page where you can insert it even after your signature is stitched in. We'll probably do that for our challenge the rest of the month. Oh, now I wanted to tell you guys something. I have I posted this on our group last night, but a lot of people had questions about it because they'd never heard of it before. There is a link below our video that's called Buy Me a Coffee. And it's not a literal coffee. You're not going to buy me a literal coffee. But what it is just another platform where YouTubers can have a place that people can go, and if they want to contribute to their channel, if they want to help them out a little bit with a few dollars or something like that, they can, and that money goes directly to our YouTube channel. It doesn't go to YouTube, it comes to me, but it goes to my YouTube channel where, you know, we can buy the supplies to do the videos with, we can buy more camera equipment, whatever we need. And you can donate or not. I just had a lot of people that were asking me why I didn't put the subscription, the YouTube subscription thing up on my channel where they could donate. Well, you have to have 100,000 subscribers before you can do that, before YouTube will allow you to use that link. So I don't have 100,000 subscribers yet. So I can't use that link for YouTube. So this is a different platform, and it's a very reputable platform. I checked into it real well with other YouTubers before I signed up for it. It doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't cost me anything. And if you want to donate, you know, I've already had a few people that have donated. If you want to donate $3, $2, $1, if you want to donate $5 every month, if you want to do the subscription, you can do that, and we have little perks for the subscription. Or if you just want to do a one-time donation of, say, $5, that's fine too. If you don't want to donate at all, that's still fine. I will still bring you the videos. This is not what this is all about. I'm not begging for money. I just had lots of people who asked me, how can I help on your YouTube channel? You don't have a donation button like all these other people do. Well, all those other people that they're talking about have over 100,000 subscribers. So that's why they have that little donate button. Once I get to 100,000 subscribers, YouTube will open that up and I can have that too. But I may not even use it because YouTube keeps 30%, I think it is, of that money. So whatever you give, if you give $5, YouTube keeps part of it before they give it to us. So I'm not particularly fond of that. But Buy Me a Coffee doesn't keep any of it. If you, like I had somebody yesterday that donated $15. If you give $15 through there, they send me, I checked my account this morning, and in my YouTube account, there's $15. So they don't keep any part of it. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys. I tried to explain it in messages and things last night, but I think I was failing. I'm not good at typing out things. I'm better at just talking. So I wanted to explain that to you. Like I said, if you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. But if you don't want to, you don't worry about it. Or if you can't, don't worry about it. I am fine, and I will still be bringing you the videos every day or every other day, just like I always have. That was just for the people who had been asking over and over again, and so I thought I would check into some type of platform that I could use and that I felt comfortable with. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.